Check in, check in. Check in, check in, because your girl has officially had over 10 days of spinning. Well, spinning. You guys get it. Let's get into the video. A few housekeeping items. Happy Halloween. Secondly, there is a bit of a montage in here where I show a clip of my experience from the day after I received the Peloton bike all up until yesterday, with me riding and providing a bit of commentary. So I did journaling every day. The third thing, this video is intended to give some great hacks to make your Peloton riding experience more pleasurable. It's a few things that a lot of people don't tell you. And the fourth thing is that this is coming from the perspective of someone that is not in shape. If you think this is about to be one of those videos like, I'm already in shape, but I'm trying cycling, it's a breeze, just keep at it, that kind of thing. No, I'm keeping it brutally honest. I'm not in shape, taking intentional steps towards getting healthy and getting the physique that I want, all of that other good stuff. And I decided to get a Peloton. And so you can imagine going into cycling when you're not in shape, not an easy task, but very much doable. Yes, I'm only your face, but this is extremely serious. Keeping it brutally honest, the saddle is uncomfortable. Look at me. I've been cycling for a little 2 weeks and I'm already saying saddle. Okay, bike terminology. The seat, the saddle, the seat of the bicycle. It is uncomfortable. Listen, especially if you're a female, well, I can only speak from a female's perspective, you feel like that saddle is splitting the Red Sea itself. The discomfort, unimaginable. And the reason I'm emphasizing this is because you never want to get to a place where you're so uncomfortable riding the bike that you then say, oh, I'm sorry, I can't do this. We've dropped so much money. We've actively made an intentional step towards getting healthy. Don't let something like the seat discourage you from getting on the bike altogether. So this hops straight into our first hack, and we'll also touch on our second hack. The first hack is to invest in a pair of these bad boys. You may be looking at this and think, okay, these are just regular poom poom riders. My West Indian and people from West Indians and people from the Caribbean already know poom poom riders is just another way of saying like shorts, that kind of thing. These are actually padded cycling shorts though. So showing you the inside, you guys see where the padding is, and it is placed right in the area that it needs to be. Trust me, this creates a well-needed cushion to make sure that you do not feel like you're being violated on that bike. And especially when you're considering a class that's like 20 to 30 minutes, sitting on that seat can just become so uncomfortable. So invest in cycling shorts. You can go through another, you know, like bigger retailer if you're big money or whatever. But myself, I went to Amazon. The shorts were extremely inexpensive, and I will tag it down below in the description. The second hack is to invest in a covering for your saddle. If you still feel like, even with the padded shorts and even with you doing what you need to be doing with the positioning of your seat and all of that, it is still uncomfortable, don't be afraid to get a covering for your saddle. You can get some things that have more of a jelly cushion in it to make sure that it's alleviating the pressure that you feel down below. Okay, this may be an unpopular opinion. However, as I said, I am 12 rides in and I feel like I have a stake in saying what's what. Okay, well, not really, but in my mind, yeah. So actually, this is a perfect time to start inserting a few clips for my first few days. So you guys take a look. All right, guys, so I just finished my second class. It is Tuesday the 20th. I'm not gonna lie to you all, this class was harder. It was 30 minutes long. At the 15-minute point, I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it for 15 minutes. I tried my best. And then the playlist helps a lot. So the playlist got popping. Good morning, all. It is 7:50, Wednesday, October 21st. It is now Thursday, October 22nd. All right, guys, so this is my final ride of the week. This will make 4 rides. Today is actually my birthday, so it's a birthday ride. Just finished my last ride of the week. Oh my gosh, I can't even hold my phone. It may not make sense now if you don't have your Peloton or if you've only taken a few courses, but essentially what was also shown in those clips is that I was not taking low impact rides. I honestly think that to date, with me taking 12 rides, I've only taken 1 low impact or 2 low impact courses. Peloton itself recommends that you integrate 1 to 2 low impact rides into your regimen on a weekly basis, just to provide your body with a cool down and, you know, not always pedal to the metal, that type of thing. However, I don't suggest doing low impact rides the full way through, even if you're just getting used to the Peloton. The reality is that the more that you're in your saddle, I feel like the harder the ride. Sometimes you need to be getting up in the saddle and, you know, sitting back down. And I find that it really helps with boosting your metabolism and breaking a sweat. Again, I'm talking from the perspective of someone that's not in shape, not sure how your body works, but for mine, if I go a long period of time without working out, when I start working out, I'm not like immediately like always cracking a sweat or burning a whole bunch of calories, and my metabolism isn't jump started. But I find that in those workouts that are not low impact, they ask you to get out of your saddle for a certain count, sit back in your saddle for a count, up, down, that kind of thing. And I think we need to be intentional about what your goals are and how you're going to get there. Sitting in your saddle the entire time, in my opinion, is not going to help. Also, I'm in a stage of doing weight loss. So when there's heavy resistance, such as the guys, so I feel like I've unintentionally started getting into my third hack without knowing, so I'm going to interject. The third hack is do not be afraid to amend the instructions that the Peli instructor is telling you on the screen while you're cycling. I know that was a mouthful, but I'm going to make it make sense. I'm not talking about the traditional, oh, they're telling me to go this fast and I can't get it, so I'm going to just do my best. Yeah, that pretty much makes sense. What I'm talking about is don't do something that doesn't align to your goals. I'm specifically speaking to raising your resistance. My goal is to lose weight, and then if I can tone simultaneously, great. If I have to start waiting until the weight starts dropping a bit more and then I start toning, also great. I'm thinking that the latter is the approach and the direction that I'm moving in. However, there are certain points in training programs where the instructors are like, okay, put the resistance up to 50. Once you hit 50, I'm out. I'm not doing a resistance at 50. There is also an auto lock function where you don't have to manually raise your resistance using the red knob that is on the bike. The bike just automatically adjusts to what the instructor is saying. Either or. Once it starts doing that, I am taking off that lock and I start doing the resistance manually. What I found is that the added resistance, meaning that it's harder for you to pedal, that causes toning. And I do not want to tone at the current weight that I'm at. I need to lose weight. So what I really focus on is getting my cadence up. So cadence, how fast I'm going. I'm working on trying to achieve those targets that the instructor are telling me because I'm trying to lose weight. I'm trying to make sure I'm getting my cardio on. The resistance piece, I do the resistance until they touch 50. I believe that's a bit too much, and I start getting scared that I'm going to start bulking up and giving bodybuilder vibes. That is not what I'm... Can you guys guess what the fourth hack is? Listen. Don't just choose a course solely because of the music. I know that music is energizing. It gets you in the mood to work out. However, I feel like with cycling, you need something different. Well, at least I know that I do. Okay, I need a motivator. I need someone that is in your face instructor that is going to actively be speaking throughout the course and everything like that. And I have found that some instructors on Peloton are way less vocal than others. Some are more so talking to you. They're motivating you. My favorite instructor to date is Alex Toussaint that is on Peloton. He's like, what are you doing this for? Keep going, walk it like you talk it. Come on, you got this, that kind of thing. And that is personally what I need. The space that I'm in my healthy living journey, I need that motivator. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. After having an extremely long day at work, getting on the Peloton is hard in itself. Getting on the Peloton and actually doing the best that you can do, that's even harder. It's easy to be like, oh, I'm going to work out. We all know when you're working out, but you're not really trying your hardest. And that's not what I want to be doing on this journey. I want to get on the bike and I want to leave it all on the bike. I want to exert everything that I have. And I think that Alex takes me to that place. Guys, my camera just died, but I literally grabbed my phone to get this 5th and final hack out. Get an accountability partner. There are several ways that you can do this. There are hashtags on Peloton. You can join a hashtag. It helps with getting you engaged. Although you technically cannot, you know, speak to people as like writing, messages and things like that, you can provide high fives to people on Peloton. That helps with getting engaged. And also, Peloton starts to generate notifications when your hashtag is taking a certain course. That's actually how I found out about the Afrobeats course. I just finished a hip hop ride, and then Peloton sent me a notification that 117 Peloton riders from the Black Girl Magic hashtag were taking a course. And when I looked, it was Afrobeats. I'm like, forget the 20-minute ride I just did. I need to do another 30-minute ride. So I stayed on the Peloton for 50 minutes that day. I killed it. I was so proud of myself. You guys will see that in the clip that's coming up after this hack. And then also you can have a family or a friend and just tell them your schedule for getting on the Peloton and just politely ask them to check in with you every so often to say, hey girl, did you get on the Peloton today? Hey guy, did you get on the Peloton? Or however you identify whatever. Or you can start looking into the Facebook groups for the specific Peloton hashtags. I know there are some of those, but ultimately, if you just don't want to be on this journey alone, just make sure that you start putting those mechanisms in place for people that are going to keep you in line with attaining your goals. If I can be that for you, let me know.
Oh, yeah.
It's now or never. Woo! What y'all know about bus? It's Wednesday, October 28th. I just finished my 3rd ride of the week. Right now, I am about to start a 5-minute post-ride stretch. It's Friday, October 30th, the day before. I took another Afrobeats class that she had yesterday, and this thing was so good. So I'm super excited. Oh, guys, one more quick thing, okay? So what I'm essentially talking about right here is being physically fatigued. It's to be expected. You're working out, you're going to be exhausted. However, the mental component of it is a bit different and takes some work outside of exercising to, again, motivate yourself, tell yourself to stay consistent, feel like you have that support system and all of that stuff. I've already spoken a bit in this video about jump-starting metabolism. And the only reason I want to get into that just a bit more is because just considering how my body operates, I don't lose weight as soon as I start exercising. It doesn't work that way. It takes a few weeks for me to actually like start sweating profusely, for me to start losing weight, all of that other stuff. And sometimes that does become a bit of a challenge when you're trying your hardest on a daily basis to, you know, be more healthy and lose weight and things like that, because it's just like, dang, I've been doing this for 2 weeks straight. You mean to tell me I didn't even drop 1 pound? And I just want to tell you guys to not feel discouraged. Some days you're going to feel discouraged, or you're going to feel like, why even get on? It's not like I'm losing weight, but just honestly keep with it. I've had to have that conversation with myself, honestly, about 3 times during this 2-week span. That's me just being honest again. I hope that that can help someone. Just know that you're not alone in that. Our bodies are different. Even when it comes to gender, it varies in how we lose weight and things of that nature. And for someone, they could just work out and they lose weight. For other people, you have to be doing the clean eating component. For other people, you have to be specifically putting clean eating items into your diet that help with boosting your metabolism, like cayenne and things like that. So do what's best for you is what I'm ultimately saying. Okay?